The first Snapdragon 865 powered phone is out, and that being the Xiaomi Mi 10 and Mi 10 Pro. I have the Mi 10 Pro 5G here with me today, going up against the Realme X2 Pro and OnePlus 7T. The OnePlus 7T was one of my favorite Snapdragon 855 Plus processing chip phones out there, and the Realme with the same processing chip as the 7T are both really good value for money phones. Now, the version that I have of the Mi 10 Pro here is the 8GB 256GB in Star Blue, and opening it up, checking out this box with this wow factor moment, and we see a white box. I thought that was kind of funny. We have this USB Type-C to 3.5mm jack, meaning there's no jack on the phone itself. We also have this silicone case, but it is a little bit harder. It's actually kind of nice. They make it really hard for you to actually get the phone out the box, so we have to go ahead and tip it over there. Going into the USB Type-C cable over here for the charger, we are running USB 2.0 speeds, which still kind of sucks. So we have this wonderful 65 watt block, though Xiaomi have capped 50 watts to the actual device itself, where the regular Mi 10 is capped to 30 watts. So it's a little bit faster with the Mi 10 Pro, though you won't notice a huge difference. And comparing it to the other blocks, it is a massive block. Obviously, you can use 65 watts with many other devices, though the 50 watts on the Realme is a hell of a lot smaller and does the same kind of charge. I would have preferred that. Opening up the phone, let's hear this beautiful sound here. That is just music to my ears, guys, and this frosted blue glass at the back looks very similar to that seen on the OnePlus devices. And slapping on the silicone case over here, it doesn't look too bad, and we have a little bit of a sound over there because the edges make it a little bit grippy, so it has like a little bit of a pattern going on at the back there. All of them look absolutely stunning, and we have this wonderful power button and volume rocker, which is unfortunately not split on the Mi 10, and on the left hand side it is nice and clean. The X2 Pro has an indented power button, which is nice, and a split volume rocker on the other side, which I do prefer. The OnePlus on the other hand actually has a mute switch, which is nice, and then on the left hand side we have the OnePlus's volume rocker, though it is not split unfortunately. At the top we have a speaker on the Xiaomi and not on the others, and we only have a headphone jack here on the X2 Pro. Other than that, they all look pretty similar, and the OnePlus kind of looks a bit scratched here, but this is just dirt from the case. I apologize for that, guys. And going onto that Type-C port, it is limited to 2.0 speed, so we do have UFS 3.0 storage, which is great. We only have dual SIM card slots over here, so no expansion for micro SD. We have a bottom speaker and a top speaker, and I have listened to some stuff. It sounds great, but you can block it with your hands, and obviously the microphone speaker over there is just limited for microphone sounds when having a call. And we have those massive speakers on the X2 Pro and the OnePlus 7T over there, which double up as stereo speakers. Now the matte finish looks very similar to the one on the OnePlus 7T, but very different to the glossy one on the X2 Pro. We have a 20 megapixel selfie snapper on the Mi 10 Pro, and we have a 108 megapixel ISOCELL f1.7 optical image stabilized main camera, 20 megapixel ultra wide, 8 megapixel tele, and 12 megapixel tele for depth shots, which is really cool. So only 4 cameras over here, not like the 5 cameras seen on a Mi Note 10 Pro. Then on the X2 Pro, we have a 64 megapixel Samsung GW1 sensor, an 8 megapixel ultra wide, 13 megapixel tele, and 2 megapixel depth, which is dumb. The 7T comes with a 48 megapixel main, 16 ultra wide, and 12 megapixel tele, making it only 3 over there. Now we are talking about designs here, guys, so we're going to be speaking about these back camera bumps here, and they are absolutely massive on the 7T and on the new Xiaomi Mi 10 Pro. They literally wobble around the screen. I think the best, well, least rocking effect is on the X2 Pro, though they are all pretty bad. We have this wonderful 6.67 inch AMOLED curved display on the Xiaomi Mi 10 Pro. It looks absolutely phenomenal. The colors really pop at this wonderful 1200 nits brightness, and that little punch hole camera is really tiny and a lot less noticeable than the little teardrop notches we have on the other two devices. When it comes to bezels, it is really small they are really small on the Xiaomi over here as opposed to the other two devices, and that curve makes the phone a little bit fatter, but it looks really cool. I really do appreciate a good curve that is nice and subtle and not too prominent. At the top, you can see that the Xiaomi does have thinner bezels all around, but the biggest difference is those bezels on the side of the phone. Overall, I'm really impressed with the phone, and I cannot wait to dig into the software front for part 2, as this is part 1 of the clip. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did making it, and I'll see you in part 2.